Hey kids, too much TV? Probably. Let's find out what happens with Berenstain Bears. And too much TV. When the TV is on all day without rest, Mama knows it's too much. And Mama, she knows best. The Berenstain Bears and Too Much TV. By Stan and Jan Berenstain. It was a fine spring day. In Bear Country, the bluebirds were singing, the trout were leaping, and except for one small cloud of dust billowing behind the school bus that came over the hill, the air was sparkling clean. And Mama Bear was inside the family treehouse, fixing Brother and Sister Bear an after-school snack. I remember those days. Brother and Sister got off the school bus and came into the kitchen with hardly a hello. Then they did what they did every day. They took their milk and cookies into the living room and switched on the TV. There was no question about it, thought Mama. Those cubs are watching too much TV. Later, when Papa Bear came in from the shop and joined Brother and Sister, Mama became even more convinced. There's absolutely no question about it. The whole Bear family is watching too much TV. Does that happen at your house? She wasn't quite sure how it happened. Maybe it began when the old fuzzy pictured black and white set broke down and they got a brand new colored set. Or maybe it started when Papa put a big antenna on top of the treehouse and brought in more pictures from all over Bear Country. But however it happened, one thing was for sure. The Bear family was spending more and more time watching television and less time with all the other things they might be doing instead. There's a lot of fun out there, and these guys were not doing it. The Bear family had always had lively conversations around the dinner table, but lately they just sat around chewing. They just chewed their food. The cubs had all kinds of fun playing outdoors, but not anymore. They were too busy watching Nutty Bear and the Bear Stooges. Look what they used to do. And now they're like, and this is what you look like when you're watching TV. Well, that evening after dinner, when Brother and Sister scampered in to turn on the TV, Mama stopped them and said her piece. We've been watching all together too much TV around here. Oh, but Mama, said Brother, Nutty Bear is coming on and we'll miss it. And the Bear Stooges, added Sister. Well, you'll just have to miss them, she said firmly. That sounds like Mama. And furthermore, she added, you may as well get used to the idea because there's not going to be any television around here for one whole week. No TV for a week, said the shocked cubs. But Mama! Does that sound like you guys at home? Never mind the buts, said Papa. Your mother is absolutely right. There's a lot more to life than TV, like homework, for instance, and fresh air, and sunshine, and exercise. No TV for a week is an excellent idea. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's a sports show I want to watch. Just a moment, Papa, said Mama. No TV for a week means you too.
What? Said Papa. You can't be serious.
Well, they're going to do things together.
But Mama was very serious. Well, what about the news? Protested Papa. I won't know what's going on in the world if I don't watch the TV news.
Here, try this, said Mama. It's called the newspaper. And the weather, continued Papa.
How will we know what the weather will be like?
Try this, said Mama. Look what she's doing. It's called putting your hand out of the window to see if it's raining. Oh, what are we supposed to do? Just sit around and talk? Asked Brother. Well, that'll be fine for starters, said Mama, settling comfortably in her rocker. It doesn't look like they're very happy about this idea. But remember, Mommies know best. But it had been so long since the Bear family sat around and talked that they had sort of forgotten how. And it really didn't matter, because pretty soon Papa fell asleep and snored so loudly that they wouldn't have heard each other anyway. After school the next day, the cubs looked longingly at the TV, but Mama shooed them out to play. Brother's bike had a flat tire that needed air pumping, and Sister's trike needed some little oil, and while it seemed strange not watching television, it was fun riding bikes and trikes again, sort of. It's been a while. That evening, the cubs worked on their homework, but it wasn't easy with that blank TV just sitting there staring. Then Sister noticed an ad in Papa's newspaper, an ad for a TV special. Oh, Mama, she said, look, a special. No TV for a week means no TV for a week, answered Mama. And besides, Mother Nature has a much bigger special waiting for us. We're going outside to sit outside and watch the stars come out. Watch the stars come out? Complained Sister. Oh, I don't know if I can stand the excitement, said Brother. But as they sat out under the great sky, a spell came over the bears. It was all big and beautiful. The bears stared at the sky. So far, not a single star. Look, cried Sister, something flying. Bats, said Papa, out for their breakfast, for insects. Breakfast, said Brother. That's right, asked Papa. Bats sleep during the day, so this is their breakfast time. I see a star, cried Sister. She had found the first tiny star. Didn't need television. You know, soon there were others. And after a while, the whole sky was filled with stars. Look at that. And it was very special, more special than anything that they had ever seen on TV. It was a sharper picture, too, and much, much, much bigger screen. The Bear family did all sorts of interesting things over the next few days. So interesting that they hardly thought about TV. And they went on nature walks and watched tadpoles hatch out of eggs, and they watched an orb spider spin magnificent webs. They went shopping at the Bear Country Mall, and Sister used some of her savings to buy a knitting spool and some yarn, and Brother bought a puzzle cube. They did have to keep an eye on Papa, though. He looks like he's in trouble. Like he's doing something he shouldn't be doing. When they were at the mall, the Cubs caught Papa in the TV store sneaking a look at the game show. Oh no. Another time, he went downstairs in the middle of the night for a peek at the late movie. But Mama and the Cubs stopped him just in time. Look at Mama's not very happy. The brother and sister is like, Mom or Papa, we need to go upstairs. A week is a week. The next evening, it was the last day of their no TV week. The Bear family was having a lively conversation at the dinner table. They all agreed that the week had been a success. But Brother had a question. Mama, he asked, what is it that you don't like about TV? What do you have against it? Oh, goodness, said Mama. I don't have anything against TV. I like it. What I am against is the TV habit. Sitting in front of it all day after day, like old stumps waiting to be dry rot to set in. Well, said Brother, tomorrow I'm going to get a whole bunch of snacks and watch TV all day. Me too. Me too, said Papa. They did a whole week. But the only one who did watch it all day was Papa. Brother got interested in his cube puzzle and finally solved it, and Sister started knitting a rug on her knitting spool. And finally, even Papa had enough, and he decided to bait his hook for a couple of those leaping trout. So he went fishing. TV wasn't as cool anymore. Boys and girls, I want you to check and see if you guys have been watching too much TV. Get outside and go do some fun things. It's springtime. Have a good day.